Hi there, amazing listener. Welcome for today's podcast, and I'm thrilled to talk about video again. Today, let's talk about how we can turn our oopsies into awesome lessons. Do you remember those times when we mess up and feel a bit down? Well, I've got some cool ideas to share that just might just change how you see those moments. So I want to grab your favorite coffee and let's get comfy and let's talk about it. You know what? I mess up a lot, like a whole lot and a lot. And but you know what? That's totally okay. I bet you do too sometimes, right? Like we all do. But there's always a cool part about it because those mess up are not really big baddies. Why? Because they're actually our secret helpers. Yes, you heard that right. Every time we trip our big baddies, they're actually helping us to be in a better way. And even things don't go the way we plan, we're like, we're getting a special person, like a level up. And I remember the other day, I was writing a story for my blog. I had this great idea, and I was so excited to share it. Like, I spent hours typing away, fueled by way too much coffee. But when I read back, it was a jumbled mess. And I felt so sad and just and thinking, oh, do I need to continue this? But, you know, I thought that now I know that this is a jumble. But next time I can do better. You see, that that switch mindset taught me something new. So, how do we turn this obsess into stepping stone to reach our goals and our dreams? And this lessons taught me something new. This mistake taught me to be better. And I've got a three easy step for you. So let's listen it and talk about it. Let's go. Step number one. Step number one is knowing what you want. It's just like picking your favorite coffee brew and you know you know what you're craving before you can get it, right? For me, I really want to be a great writer and share some stories that make people smile and inspire. So what about you? What's your big dream? Always ask your why, and sometimes that helps you to inspire doing what you really want. Step number two is being brave and showing up. Yes, this is like talking that for this is like taking that first sip of coffee in the morning and it gets you to keep going. And even when you're a little scared, you've got to face the world and give it a try. I was always nervous about sharing my writing. But you know what? I did it anyway. Even though I'm scared to publish it, I just hit publish. And that's give me a help and a big boost that yes, I can do this. So let's go to step number three. Step number three is to keep being brave. Yes, being brave. Remember that feeling you get from your morning coffee? Keep it going. Sometimes it's hard and you might want to give up, but staying strong means choosing to be strong and trying again is how we win in there. I'm gonna write another story soon and I'll bet it be better this time. And that's the mindset I'm always trying to tell myself for me to get better. So that's it. Yes, that's it. Three simple steps to turn our oopsies into amazing adventures. And remember, everyone messes up sometimes. We always does. And even though we make mistakes, I want you to know that you're still amazing. And you can always do better because you deserve it. And it's okay to spill a little coffee on your chair. As long as you clean up and keep sipping, you always get this. I promise. Because you're meant for something better. And you know what? What I've learned after publishing blogs in a year? Every time I make a mistake in my writing, I get a little bit stronger and a little bit smarter. It's like leveling up my writing skills. And the best part is, we're all in this together. We're all learning and growing, and one oopsie at a time can make us better. But sometimes I feel afraid too. I'm a bit scared to share my writing, but I always remember that even if people don't love it, I can always learn something cool. And that makes me feel brave enough to hit that publish button. So, how about you? What's something you've learned from a writing mistake? What's something you've learned from the past? And I really believe in you, my friend. You're always amazing. And whatever you do, you can always set anything you set your mind to, and you can always be better than that. And I just want to always you remember that it's okay if your first drop is not perfect, or your second drop is not perfect, or even your 10th or 20th draft. That's okay. What matter is that you keep writing and learning and keep doing it. And whatever skill that you're trying to master it, just keep going, because every time you keep going, you can always learn something for it. So the next time you mess up, don't feel bad, don't feel embarrassed, don't feel frustrated, because instead, always give yourself a high five and say to yourself, yes, I just learned something new and I've got this. Because that's what the life is all about: learning, growing, and becoming even more awesome every day. And in the end, it's always worth it. It's always worth it. So before we wrap up, I want to thank you for joining me today. Your support means the world to me. And of course, if you enjoy this podcast, why not hit the subscribe button? And that way you won't miss any of our future fan talks. And of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So don't hesitate to leave in the comments. What do you do when you make a mistake, especially in your writing? And how do you turn your mistake into learning moments? And I love to hear your ideas, and I love to talk about you. Yeah, I'd love to talk to you about this. And remember, you're an incredible writer. You're an incredible just the way you are. So keep dreaming, keep trying, and always show up. And like I always telling you, believe in yourself. And you always test this. Until next time, stay awesome.